dial. It's just 10 minutes, exactly 10 minutes gone past 3 p.m. You're welcome to today's edition of the show. Hard fact, if I did mention that earlier on. And from now till 7, we keep it going. We definitely are going to, but barring any unforeseen circumstances, though I do doubt there are going to be any unforeseen circumstances. But I hope you've had a fine day today, in spite of everything. In spite, and it's very important at this time that you pay attention to your mental health. I mean, every time it's important to pay attention to your mental health, but I think if there was a time that was most important, most crucial for Nigerians to pay attention to their mental health, I think it is now. All right, and I know I've said a lot of things about people leaving things in the hands of God, and talking about how God will take control, and I talk about how God is busy in Afghanistan and in Syria, too busy to handle some of the shenanigans that take place over here. But if that's what's going to help you to navigate this very tough period, please commit a lot of things to God's hand. If that's what's going to help you to mentally and emotionally sail through this very difficult time that we're going through as a nation, please feel free to do that. All right, whatever can help bring you some comfort at this time, whatever else it is that's legal, of course. All right, so please pay attention. The point is, pay attention to your mental health. It's very important, and maybe that's something I need to find time to talk about extensively on hard facts, possibly this week or sometime next week. Maybe bring an expert on the show. We can look at that. It's very important. Once again, please pay some attention to your mental health, and also be on the lookout. Observe your friends and relatives and family members and close associates. Watch out for those signs of depression in people. We're going through too much already as a nation. It will be horrible if we add to that people taking their lives at this time. And if you're feeling that way already, if you're feeling depressed, maybe you're even feeling suicidal, please do not act on that impulse. We are going to get over this. We're going to get through this together. Nigeria can work. Nigeria will work. And forget about the nuances of those who I perceive have some agenda and will be insistent and persistent on calling radio stations, including ours, to try to broadcast the negativity that Nigeria cannot work. It doesn't matter how hard or how often they say it, or what actions they may even put in play to ensure that's the case. Nigeria can work. Nigeria will work. It's up to us to make it work, and I'll say that a billion times if that's what it takes for you to finally get it. The people are also responsible for the state of their nation. Yes, government and elected officials have humongous responsibilities, but the people also have a responsibility, are also responsible for the state of their nation. As citizens, we cannot absolve ourselves of responsibility and keep on harping, oh, it's government, it's government. Yes, once again, government does have humongous roles to play, but we also have responsibilities. We simply need to pay more attention to our country. We need to pay more attention to how things run. We need to get more involved with the affairs of our country, because those affairs, as some people are now finding out, newsflash, those things affect us. They affect you. They affect everyone. Every single person, literally speaking. Directly and, in fact, forget indirectly. Directly. We're all affected. Alright, so let's take these precautions, and whatever it is that will help you to navigate this period, to keep your mental health in the proper alignment, if you will. Please endeavor to do it. Watch a lot of comedy. That helps me a lot. I spend plenty of time on Comedy Central. That's what I watch most of the time. I watch a lot of comedy, actually. That helps me. That suits me. So whatever helps you. If singing praise and worship every day is going to help you, please do that. All right. If you need to increase your prayer hours, go ahead and do that. If you need to talk to family and friends more often, go ahead and do that. If you need to read a book, something inspirational, something from Miles Monroe or Norman Vincent Peale, go ahead and do that. If you need to listen to, I don't know, whatever it is, just go ahead and do it. Just go ahead and do it. Just pay attention to your mental health right now. All right, let's all do that. So we've got several matters to attend to on the show today. I got side comments and a rant coming up shortly. The side comment, you cannot express yourself on it at this time, but I would not be surprised if some person calls me and decides to do that. That happens. That's why I can't wait for the call screening facility to return. But after that, I've got a rant coming up, and you're very much welcome to express your thoughts on the rant strictly till 4 o'clock. I can take your thoughts on the side comment or any other matter during the open season segment, and that's after the 6 p.m. news. At least for now. I gather a lot of things might be changing from a couple of days from next month, from May, which is just a couple of days away. So you'll find out all about that in a few days. So let's see. So the rant takes us till 4 as I take your thoughts in mind. 4, we got business news coming up. After that, it's another Wednesday. Yep, yes it is. And will be time for Canvas the Niger Delta Roundtable, discussing once again the progressive development of the Niger Delta region. Today we're discussing World Day for Safety and Health 2021, investing in workplace safety. Yeah, and my guest on the show today, an ISO 9001-2015 Quality Management System lead auditor with over 24 years experience in health, safety and environment in the oil and gas sector, Mr. Ologun Stanley Ologun is going to be my guest on the show today. A reminder that Canvas is brought to you by SPDC. Comes up between 4 and 5 o'clock. 5, we've got the news updates coming up. Yes, we do, and after that, we'll be having what I consider to be another interesting conversation in the 5 o'clock hour. I came across an article on Al Jazeera a couple of days ago. It was captioned, "Traditional rulers can help end violence in Africa." Once again, traditional rulers can help end violence in Africa. And there's more than enough violence making the rounds these days in Africa, and indeed in Nigeria as well. So when I saw this piece, traditional rulers can help end violence in Africa, I confess it did grab my attention. I wondered how. And the author, by the way, Nkasi Wodu, you might know him. He's with the PIN Foundation. He's a New Voices Fellow at the Aspen Institute, peace building practitioner and international development expert. He penned that piece. And so I reached out to Nkasi Wodu. He'll be my guest on the show today in the 5 o'clock hour as we explore the content of this piece. Traditional rulers can help end violence in Africa. What roles really do traditional rulers have to play to help end violence in Africa? Important in Nigeria, considering these days we simply consider them to be people in some quarters. In some quarters, they simply considered to be people who are wearing Usman Danfodio caps and who are running around at some younger age. Do they have any roles to play, really? If so, what is that? 5 o'clock hour. Headlines 5:30. Major news at 6 p.m. and open season after that until about 7 o'clock. When the show comes to an end, and the sports gang in at that time. Just a moment. I think the sports gang will be in at that time as the Champions League semi-final game, or the second semi-final game, first leg, PSG at home to Manchester City, comes up at 8 p.m. It wasn't the most exciting game last night between Real Madrid and Chelsea. I'm sure a lot more fireworks were expected, but maybe the stadium used, the pitch and the weather, the rains may have affected the quality of the match. I don't know. But second leg promises to be more exciting, I imagine so, as the first leg ended 1-1. Today's game, I imagine, very likely will be more exciting than last night's game. Looking forward to it. Catch all the action with the sports gang. Once again, it should be in here at about 7 o'clock, I presume. So I think that said, we can move on with the conversation right now. Let's see, starting off with today's side comments, random stories and random thoughts that caught my attention, which, once again, please do note, will not be discussed in this hour. River State government has announced that a night curfew will be enforced at all land borders of the state from today, April 28, between 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Please take note of that. Governor Wike in a state broadcast said a curfew became necessary following the killing of some security operatives in Ikwere and Abua Adua local government areas by gunmen. Here's what the governor had to say in a statewide broadcast, I do believe, on the subject matter. This is 2721. All right, here we are.
In view of what is going on, therefore, and its implications, the government of Rivers State has decided to restrict night movements into and out of the state from the land borders of the state. Consequently, a night curfew is hereby imposed and no person or vehicle is allowed into and out of Rivers State from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. from tomorrow, 28 April 2021, until further notice. We wish to advise that those who have any legitimate need or reason to come into or go out of the state must do so before 8 p.m. when the curfew shall come into force daily.
All right, they will ensure once again full compliance. Do note this. All right, from 8 p.m. to 6 p.m. every day, a curfew is in place at the land borders. In River State, and I sincerely hope, I'm not trying to be funny right now, I hope our security operatives fully understand what that means. I sincerely hope that they do. Governor Esenwike also directed security agencies to monitor and ensure compliance.
Security agencies have been posted to monitor and enforce strict compliance with the curfew at all our land borders and our entry and exit points with Abia, Bible, Bayelsa, and Imo States. We call all citizens to understand that these are strange times and nothing can be more paramount than our collective safety and security. We therefore urge everyone to be vigilant and report every useful intelligence or suspicious movements to the security agencies for immediate actions.
Absolutely. We must all understand these are very trying times and difficult times indeed. We all must be at full alert, all right, and bear with government because some of these policies may not be convenient, but they are things that we have to unfortunately do at this time. And once again, the governor directed security agencies to monitor and ensure full compliance. I'd like to reiterate, I hope somebody is explaining to them what curfew means and what 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. actually means. I hope somebody is explaining to them what that means and to also use their discretion. This is not a license to become werewolves and start to devour people. No, it should be done with a human face. All right, you need to ensure compliance, of course, but you need to understand you're also dealing with human beings, and we're all on the same boat here. We're in the same team. Okay, and also to our gallant security agent as well. Please, if you are sent to the border, don't go and collect. Please, if you are sent to the border, don't go and collect, like it was hinted or suggested during the COVID-19 lockdown. Go there, do your jobs, do it professionally. If you're sent to the border, don't go there to collect. Let's see what else caught my attention. Well, the governor had quite a lot to say about the security situation. I imagine in the coming days, as you may have observed, lots of discussions will be had on the subject matter. And as the night curfew imposed on all land borders in River State begins 8 p.m. today, APC spokesperson in River State, Adedayo Elusakin, backs the move by the River State government, and it will reduce the attack on security personnel. That's heartwarming. The APC, for once, in a manner of speaking, for once agree with something the River State governor has said. That's remarkable indeed. You know, that's quite remarkable. Actually, was there anything else that caught my attention? Let's see. Lots of matters regarding insecurity. The president meeting with Governor Babagana Zulum. Meetings held here and there. The president met with chieftains of the APC, Bola Tinubu and Bisi Akande. You expect a lot more meetings to be held in the coming days. But I don't think anyone should be impressed by meetings. Meetings have always been held. And if there's one thing Nigerian leaders know how to do perfectly, is hold meetings and set up committees. They have mastered the art of doing that, especially setting up committees. Nigerians want to see action. Meetings are good, I suppose. Well, in the Nigerian scenario, not sure meetings are a fantastic thing, or committees for that matter, but Nigerians definitely would like to see some action. Concrete steps being taken to address the crisis that is here already, and even that which is looming inevitably as well, if we do not change the course of things at this time. So meetings, well, they're one thing, but over time, meetings have shown not to yield very much in Nigeria. So Nigerians, once again, would rather see some action. Or some results, more like it, because meetings are an action, or some, but results, yeah, more like results. And everybody's talking about setting up this, setting up that. House of Reps are calling on this person, declare state of emergency. Senate is also saying they are going to plan something. Everybody's talking right now. Everybody's talking. Once again, like I said, with the president, understandably, the National Assembly also want to be seen to be doing something. So they're going to be declaring all kinds of things, inviting everybody that can be issued an invitation to the National Assembly to come and give us the facts, to come and give us. We need information. Our people, my people. I know what my heart bleeds. My heart bleeds. I'm in tears now. What my people are going through, in my constituency, we need to do something. Mr. President needs to do something. The armed forces of this country need to do something. We as the representatives of the people, we need to do something. Nobody's doing enough is enough. I am weeping. It's only that you cannot see the tears. I'm actually weeping. If only one of you can enter inside my heart and see, you will see I'm weeping. I'm actually weeping. I'm weeping. Unimpressive, if you ask me, because it's not the first time we've had people weeping on the inside and declaring that Mr. President must do something and we must declare a state of emergency and my constituents are dying and this and that. So it all amounts to, I don't know, same rhetoric. Nigerians want results. But the Nigerians, once again, people are also responsible for the state of their nation. Yes, they are. Believe it or not, but they are. Well, Mr. President appears to be doing something more than just holding regular meetings. He's asked the U.S. government to reconsider relocating the U.S. Africa Command, AFRICOM, from Stuttgart in Germany to Africa. The President said this in a virtual meeting with the U.S. Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken. Let's hear what Mr. President had to say precisely as regards this particular matter. Just a second. Is this it? All right, here we are.
Considering the growing security challenges in West and Central Africa, the Gulf of Guinea, Lake Chad region, and the Sahel, weighing heavily on Africa, underscores the need for the United States to consider relocating AFRICOM headquarters from Stuttgart in Germany to Africa and near the theater of operations.
What impact exactly will that have? I think it may not be a bad idea the president requesting this, but I think more information should be given by the president, more detailed explanation, at least to a reasonable degree, as to what impact exactly this will have on not just Africa, but even quelling the insecurity crisis here in Nigeria as well. What exactly will that do? Are we saying that African forces are going to be the one fighting Boko Haram now? Or are they going to be giving us fighter jets? Are they going to be supplying us with firearms? What exactly will the impact of that be? In very clear and concise terms, Anyways. So I think I'll be wrapping up the side comments on that note. What am I wrapping up with? I know it's a difficult time for the police and security agencies in Nigeria in general right now, but we must still carry out the responsibilities and the job that we have been given. And so, once again, I will resume requesting the versatile CP in Rivers State, Ebuka Friday, to inform the good people of Rivers State and everybody else for that matter, bring us up to date as to the results of the investigation regarding or involving the crackhead officers who extorted Uniport undergraduate students of something over 100,000 naira and forgot their phone in the undergrad's vehicle. It's very important that we find out what happened with that, because everything we're going through in the country right now is all interconnected. You know, it's all irresponsibility on the part of government, unresponsiveness on the part of citizens, a lack of justice, rascality among security operatives. They're all intertwined. I mean, earlier today, I read a piece in one of the dailies, I think it was the Punch or the Vanguard, as to police officers, 3 of them, who have been fired in, I think it's, is it Oyo State? Or Ogun State? Yeah, I think it's Oyo State for accidentally about 150,000 naira also. It's in Ogun State or Oyo, one of the 2 states, you know. So, if that can happen in another state, it can also happen in River State. There's not, after all, there's nothing God cannot do. All right, so let's bring an end to that investigation. Whatever we need to do that, get a bank statement, whatever it is, let's do that. Let's resolve that matter, and let's be responsible and show that we can actually do our jobs. All right, and also to the River State Governor in my capacity as his self-appointed senior special advisor on reminding His Excellency of critical matters. We must pay premium attention to education. We must pay premium attention to education. Many things we need to do to change the narrative right now. Some of them are short-term, some are long-term. But however way you view it, one of those things that we must pay attention to is education. If we're going to build a future, a generation of responsive and responsible citizens who are more prone to building than destroying, we must pay attention to education. We must pay attention to educating our children, our young ones, our youth today, rather than building thugs and people who are going to snatch ballot boxes and ensure that we have structure and we're on ground. All right, so that's it for today's side comment. I have to go on a break. I'll return shortly. Conversation will continue with today's rant. Please stay with us.
We connect you to the world. We connect you to the vicinity. We are Nigeria Info.
Listen to me. I said this is a real situation and the government has to do something about it. Try to insinuate all these people looting Nigeria's money. You think
this is Nigeria Info in the heart of Nigeria. 92.3. We are Nigeria Info.
Are you running late and can't make it down to our Rumorsi office to book your commercials? Don't worry, because you can take advantage of our marketing office inside Port Harcourt to book.
Connect with your customers. Advertise on 92.3 Nigeria Info. Visit our downtown office at Shop 9, Mediatrix of All Gracies Plaza, opposite FIRS, Stadium Road, Port Harcourt, and book your commercials. Call 0817 001 8162. That is 0817 001 8162. And let us connect you to your customers.
some travelers. Yeah, somebody was traveling from, I think it was from Abeokuta to Lagos. Oh, here's the story. Ogun CP fires 3 cops for extorting 153k from LASU students. Oh, incidentally, that person is also a student. Can you imagine? Is this something about the police and extorting students? I don't understand really. Commissioner of Police in Ogun State, Edward Awolowo, has ordered the immediate arrest and dismissal of 3 mobile policemen for extorting a Lagos State University LASU student. The 3 of them, Inspector Sunday John, Sergeant Jimo Shimiya, and Sergeant Solomon Adedayo, who were alleged to have extorted a sum of 153,000 naira from Sheriff Adedigba. So that's happened in Ogun State. If it can happen in Ogun State, it can happen in Rivers State as well. And I'm sure it didn't take them this long to get the bank statement in Ogun State. So that said, let's move on to today's rant. There's something in my mind of expressing some thoughts in it, as I usually do. And you're very welcome to express your thoughts and my thoughts all the way till 4. Now, how to start this, for me it's a bit tough, really, because I know we're very sensitive times right now, so I have to be a little extra. I'm always careful, actually, but I need to be extra careful this time around. For me, it's very important that people pay attention and listen to the negative, and not just in interpersonal relationships, even amongst countries. And I came across a story earlier today, and it was some U.S. representative who was making some statement, and I imagine that this U.S. representative was suggesting that the information, the factual information the person was giving out, I'll read that shortly, was a good thing for both countries. But I am of the very strong opinion that whilst this piece of information may be a good thing for the US, it's a terrible thing for Nigeria. And so I wonder why this US representative chose to use this information at all in the first place. I really do wonder, because it doesn't speak anything positive for Nigeria. No, it doesn't. Well, maybe some things, I don't know. Now, here's the headline from the Punch newspaper. How Nigerians spent 190 billion naira on education in America last year. That's from the US. Oh, that's according to the US. Now, let's get to the story. Nigerians pursuing graduate and undergraduate degrees spent an estimated $501 million. That's 190 billion 129 million 500,000 naira as of Wednesday, April 28, 2021, in communities across America, the U.S. government has said. Now, the country said in a fact sheet on Tuesday, after U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken had a virtual meeting with the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, and Foreign Minister Geoffrey Nyema. A copy of the fact sheet released by the U.S. government on its website was obtained by our correspondent on Wednesday. The U.S. also stated that a record was broken. In the academic year 2019 to 2020. Now, what's that record? You think maybe Nigerian students did something fantastic or brilliant? Well, for the U.S. economy, they did. A record was broken in the academic year 2019 to 2020, with nearly 14,000 Nigerian students pursuing different programs in the country. 14,000 Nigerian students pursuing different programs in the country. On educational and cultural exchanges, the fact sheet said, quote, with over 100,000 travelers to the U.S. each year, Nigerians boost American businesses. Once again, I really wonder what the purpose the U.S. is trying to serve by releasing or publishing this fact sheet. With over 100,000 travelers to the U.S. each year, Nigerians boost American businesses, colleges, and universities. there are over 8,800 education and exchange program alumni from Nigeria and the United States. Nigeria, the fact sheet continues, Nigeria sends more students to American colleges and universities than any other country in Africa, and is the 11th largest source worldwide of international students to the United. In the academic year 2019 to 2020, a record-breaking number of nearly 14,000 Nigerians pursued U.S. graduate and undergraduate degrees, bringing an estimated $501 million to communities across America. In 2020, advisees of Education USA Services received scholarships was $28 million. The U.S. provided more than 9 million teachers' guides and books in 5 of Nigeria's most widely spoken languages to advance early grade reading. I think somebody just added that at the bottom to just try to make Nigerians feel good. I don't understand really. So basically they're saying in the last academic year, maybe even ongoing till date, about 14,000 Nigerian students are pursuing different programs in the country. It's not unlikely that a great percentage of that number are people in government and their cronies who are able to send their children to the U.S. Because they've been able to amass, or maybe the right word to use here, I don't want to be politically correct, maybe it's they've been able to steal money. They've been able to move money. They've been able to transfer funds. You understand? Transfer funds. That's why they're able to send their children. It's record. And this is the same period of time where, by the way, Nigeria has been said to have been greatly depleting our foreign reserves. The Nigerian government keeps talking about how we don't have foreign exchange, and we have to cut down on expenditure in foreign exchange. We have to cut down on this, we have to cut down on that. And the CBN has been doing all kinds of things to stabilize the naira, which, by the way, go figure, has not worked. It hasn't worked one bit. Yet, between last year, between 2019, and 2020, we spent over $500 million. That's over $500 million. Sending our children, or sending some children to the U.S. Yes. Nigeria sends more students to American colleges and universities than any other African country, for that matter. You know what they say? After all, Nigeria is the giant of Africa. The giant of Africa that Twitter did not come to establish its headquarters. The giant of Africa that even oil and gas investments coming into Africa, the giant of Africa could not even attract anything significant, if anything at all, as far as oil and gas investment on the continent in the last year or so is concerned. The giant of Africa, where foreign direct investment is looking away from even at this time. The giant of Africa. Giant of Africa. Yes, we're a giant when it comes to sending $501 million to the U.S. So that children of honorables and excellencies and their cronies can go there to study. This fact sheet also says that Nigerians boost American businesses, colleges, and universities. What is Nigeria getting in return from the U.S. as far as boosting our own Nigerian businesses, colleges, and universities? How many American students are making similar trips in the opposite direction from the U.S. To Nigeria? How many hundreds of millions of dollars do American parents or students spend acquiring quality education here in Nigeria? How many of them make that trip every year to this country to get quality education? How many? How many? So, whilst this obviously is good news for the US, and I understand why they will be excited about it, this for me is damning news for Nigeria. This is Well, it's good that it's come out, but it's every bit an unfortunate piece of information. An unfortunate development indeed. That at a time when the country is possibly at its lowest economic-wise, foreign reserves keep on depleting. The exchange rate is quite alarming. It's unbelievable right now, and there are indications it might even get worse. We still manage to spend record amounts sending some children overseas to go study. Whilst ASU keeps on going on strike year in, year out, don't worry, it might not be too long before ASU embarks on another strike. Just give them some time. Just give them time. Maybe they're preparing the next statement for a luta continua. So, whilst universities here are languishing, a lack of infrastructure, lecturers are languishing, lack of proper payment, no facilities for students to get an education for those who can't afford it, inflation everywhere, everything's rising, we still managed to spend $501 million sending some children to the US, the giant of Africa. And whilst Nigerian businesses are suffering, unemployment rates skyrocketing, number of out-of-school children skyrocketing, children who should be in school are insisting on cleaning your wiper along Aba Road and Stadium Road. Who knows what's going to become of them in the next few months, a few years. Nigeria is boosting American businesses, colleges, and universities. Congratulations to the US, by the way, on this landmark achievement and for helping us with the fact sheet. But most unfortunate for my dear country, Nigeria. I do hope that our leadership are going to look inwards and realize that that thing that they are in a hurry to go and get in the US, that thing that makes them not to be able to sit down at home, and they are rushing there and sending their children there every day, they can replicate it here. Why wouldn't they just do it here, for God's sakes? On that note, I end my rant. Thanks for listening. I hope I did not bore you. Any thoughts about? Let's hear it. Lines are open. 0817-923-0002 or 0003. That's 0817-923-0007 or 0009. Keep it brief and straight to the point. We're live on Twitter and Facebook at Nigeria Info PH. WhatsApp is on 0809 030 6416. I think I got about 12 minutes ago before 4 p.m. when this segment does inevitably come to an end. But before then, I definitely can catch up with some of the messages and the calls that will come in. Let's see. I think I'm going to start with Facebook. I can imagine, anticipate the kind of calls I'm going to get at this time. Politicians know that educationally Nigeria is finished. That's why they send their children to the US. Okay, all right. Any other messages here? Let's see what's happened via Twitter. A reminder, once again, we are live on Twitter. Via Twitter at Ike02802 tweets, the essence of this fact sheet is to encourage the Nigerian government to keep mismanaging the country in order for the US and her citizens to keep enjoying the benefits of boosting their businesses and colleges. Fun fact, the US keeps the best brains to themselves after graduation. Thank you, Ike. It's not like when, if after they finished getting this quality education over there, they were repatriated to Nigeria to help grow our economy, we could say there was some benefit to it. No. But when they're down there, they remain there, working with Microsoft, working with Cisco, working as doctors, as pediatricians, you name it, working as engineers, building the Nigerian economy from monies that was repatriated, taken from here to educate them over there. Hello, how far?
Good afternoon. My name is Abraham Dick, and I'm calling you from Aba.
Abraham, go ahead.
All right. The figure that the United States is giving to us is actually, I think, the Nigerian government. This is an open eye for them. But people going to school in the United States is not a bad idea, because when we are enlightened, where we have issue is after everything is there. If they can come over here and establish...
How many of them come over here to establish anything?
That's because the country is not in good condition. They don't have working environment.
So what then? What then is the point of sending them over there if they will not come back here to do anything?
The issue is not about them going there; it's them coming back. Will they see an operating ground?
You just admitted now, sir, that they will not return because there's no conducive environment for them here.
Well, I would say so, definitely. All right then. Sure.
All right, sir. Great to hear from you. Hello, you're welcome.
Yeah, Dayo.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, what you have just read to us shows that the problem of Nigeria is not the people that calls you on phone to tell you that Nigeria cannot work. No matter how many millions of people that will call you on phone and tell you that Nigeria will never work, if the leaders decide to do the right thing, their calls will become irrelevant. So your problem is not the people that are calling you. That's the truth. Thank you.
All right. Let's say Billy Matt Robinson via Facebook goes, our politicians are just purely wicked. They don't want other children to have the same sound education that the children would have over there. Maxi Kosex goes down. Education remains light to any nation. So to keep the people in darkness is to deny their younger generation education. Gift another good to hear from you. Hello, Hard Fact.
Good afternoon.
All right, go ahead.
This is Smokey. I'm calling you from Elena.
Go ahead, please.
The fact remains, let me go on the issue of the Americans quoting how much Nigerian patronize their business and how many Nigerians put into their country each year for education. This is just a challenge to the Nigerian government to let them understand that there are men and there are people who are interested to study in Nigeria. That if the Nigerian government is not able to put them in proper position. One. Two, this is also to let the government of Nigeria to see their loopholes and their weak points. But I want to let you understand that in Nigeria there are men who are ready to learn, but the government in power is actually discouraging people from what they need to do. If you compare you discover that when Nigerians cross the border of Nigeria to other countries, you see them behaving as human beings. But when they come back to Nigeria here, you see those who are well disciplined in other countries behaving as if they are sheep. What am I trying to say? The government is the sole responsibility of whatever is happening in Nigeria now. Yeah. And what this message from Nigeria, from the U.S. Embassy is taking us is that the citizens should wake up.
Absolutely.
We need to wake up now.
That's the narrative.
If we don't wake up, the problem is deteriorating to nothing.
Absolutely.
We only claim to be jealous about fiscal without any reason. So we need to wake up now. The wake up and we must be able to challenge the government authorities. Listen, someone will die just once and for all. If we are afraid of being killed, yet the killing is not ending. If we are afraid of being in prison, the imprisonment unnecessarily is not ending. So we the citizenry need to wake up because we voted this people for power.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and folks like you should call him more often, please, unlike the other ones. Hello, how's
Hi, good afternoon.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
This is Eric.
You're welcome, Eric.
If you look at the statistics that US gave now, talking about Nigerians that are over there educationally and their performance and every other thing.
Yes.
But right here we are looking at how we are going to have statistics of cows. You see the thinking, you see the level, you see the comparison. While others are thinking of how.
I'm sure they have a database of cows in the US also. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay. Yes. But that is to say that they also have a database of humans and other businesses and performance and growth in the economy. But right here, they are battling on how to count the number of cows without the human being, without investment in education, without investment in other sectors. And the economy is suffering every day. Cost of things, the value of the naira, and so on and so forth. But now we squeeze our money and send it over there.
Yeah.
After receiving the education, they add value to that economy.
Yep.
And forgot us here. And they will fly over there and do whatever thing they want to do and come back in this place. Because here is a mess. They don't want to fix anything. They don't want to talk about anything. In short, they have converted this place as nowhere. That is the problem of the politicians in Nigeria. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Hello, 913. Hello.
Hi, good afternoon.
Hi, good day. Go ahead.
You know, I've been privileged to go to America. The very first time I went to America, I was like, wow, this is really beautiful. When I go to New York, I said, this is really, really beautiful. Is it that our leaders, our governors, our presidents, politicians, they've been coming here all this while? I mean, don't you wish Nigeria was something close to this? I was just thinking to myself, if you were in government, you had the powers. No, I'm talking generally speaking. I know you're talking about education.
Yeah.
If you're in power and you have what it takes to transform this place, don't you wish that your country looks like this? It's like this. You know, so I don't know what is wrong with the political class. I don't know how they think it's all right to keep this place, like keep it the way it is, and then take your children and then send them to the best places all over the world, and the rest of Nigeria can just go to hell. I don't know. I can't make sense out of it.
It's tough to understand, really. It's tough to comprehend.
I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what. I'm just confounded. God will help us.
No. God, okay, well, I said I'll stop saying that. I'll stop saying that. Yeah, God will help us. God will help us. I'm telling you, my brother. Let's pray. let's pray. Let's pray. I'm going to stop. I said I'm going to stop saying what my traditional response will have been to that. Please, if that's what's going to help you keep your sanity right now, please invite God. We need everything right now. We need everything right now. Let's see. I've got commenter via oh, okay, there's a commenter via Facebook. Interesting one. Eddie Nwankwo goes, diaspora remittance to Nigeria in 2020 is $21.7 billion. So there's also a benefit to Nigeria for my people going there. Eddie Nwankwo, I'd like for you to explain how this diaspora remittance of $21.7 billion adds value to the Nigerian state, you know, because it's easy to showcase some of this data. What is the multiplier effect? What is the ripple effect on Nigeria's economy, on infrastructure, on industrialization, on job creation? Or are people just collecting the money and then sending it back overseas, spending it on Amazon to buy the latest Nikes, to buy PlayStation 5s, to import vehicles? Eddie, what are people spending the money on? When they get a $21.7 billion and they still go on holidays to Seychelles, to Dubai, they still spend that money overseas. Part of that money also goes to sending their children to Harvard. What does it translate to over here? What, Eddie? If you would send me a reply, I will make sure I read that on the show later on. But I do have to wrap this up right now. Almost. Maybe a comment first via WhatsApp. Hi, Dad. Most of those children are the children of the politicians. You don't expect children of honorables to be in the same school with the children of ordinary Nigerians. How will their praises be sung? Who will snatch ballot boxes for them? It's unfortunate. That's from Nancy. Most unfortunate situation we find ourselves. And once again, the problem are bad leaders. Yes, the problem are also bad citizens as well, who will tell you that Nigeria cannot be better. The problem is also them. They're also part of the problem. In fact, a major part of the problem also. We got the business news coming up to 4 p.m. Canvas, the Niger Delta Roundtable comes up afterwards. Please stay with us.